industries, from finance to technology and beyond, driving growth. At Coronation Merchant Bank, we are not just closing deals, we're driving growth and shaping the future. In 2023 and 2024, Coronation Merchant Bank achieved remarkable milestones. We closed 80 deals across 20 industries, impacting businesses and communities alike. Our expertise and commitment to excellence have made these achievements possible. From groundbreaking mergers to strategic investments, each deal reflects our dedication to driving growth and creating value. 6 trillion in deals, creating value worth over 6 trillion. Our team has demonstrated unparalleled expertise and insights. 20 industries. We've made our mark in 20 diverse industries, from finance to technology and beyond, driving growth. At Coronation Merchant Bank, we are not just closing deals, we're driving growth and shaping the future. In 2023 and 2024, Coronation Merchant Bank achieved remarkable milestones. We closed 80 deals across 20 industries, impacting businesses and communities alike. Our expertise and commitment to excellence have made these achievements possible. From groundbreaking mergers to strategic investments, each deal reflects our dedication to driving growth and creating value. 6 trillion in deals, creating value worth over 6 trillion. Our team has demonstrated unparalleled expertise and insights. 20 industries. We've made our mark in 20 diverse industries, from finance to technology and beyond, driving growth. At Coronation Merchant Bank, we are not just closing deals, we're driving growth and shaping the future. In 2023 and 2024, Coronation Merchant Bank achieved remarkable milestones. We closed 80 deals across 20 industries, impacting businesses and communities alike. Our expertise and commitment to excellence have made these achievements possible. From groundbreaking mergers to strategic investments, each deal reflects our dedication to driving growth and creating value. 6 trillion in deals, creating value worth over 6 trillion. Our team has demonstrated unparalleled expertise and insights. 20 industries. We've made our mark in 20 diverse industries, from finance to technology and beyond, driving growth. At Coronation Merchant Bank, we are not just closing deals, we're driving growth and shaping the future. In 2023 and 2024, Coronation Merchant Bank achieved remarkable milestones. We closed 80 deals across 20 industries, impacting businesses and communities alike. Our expertise and commitment to excellence have made these achievements possible. From groundbreaking mergers to strategic investments, each deal reflects our dedication to driving growth and creating value. 6 trillion in deals, creating value worth over 6 trillion. Our team has demonstrated unparalleled expertise and insights. 20 industries. We've made our mark in 20 diverse industries, from finance to technology
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
Quorum. I want to draw your attention to Article 21, subsection 1 of the Company's Articles of Association, which states as follows. No business shall be transacted at any general meeting unless a quorum of members is present at the time when the meeting proceeds to business. Save as in hearing otherwise provided, 5 members of the company personally present shall be a quorum for the choice of a chairman, the declaration of the dividend, and the adjournment of the meeting. For all other purposes, the quorum shall be members personally present, not being less than 7, and holding or represented by proxies not less than 1/10 of the issued capital of the company. Registrars, please confirm that we have the required quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Directors, regulatory officers present, and esteemed shareholders. I am Chiamaka Ogobidike. I represent Coronation Registrars, the registrars to your company. The Articles of Association of your company prescribes the quorum for this meeting as members present not being less than 7 and holding or representing by proxy not less than 1/10 of the company's issued capital. Please note that at the start of this meeting, we have 13 members represented by accredited representatives or proxies with a total shareholding of 7,645,571,724, representing 99.11% of the company's issued share capital. With this information, I hereby confirm that a quorum has been formed. Thank you.
Thank you. Based on the above information from the registrars, we have the required quorum to constitute this meeting. As a result, I hereby declare the meeting duly convened. Attendance at this year's annual general meeting is in person. However, an electronic link has been made available for invited stakeholders who elected to attend the meeting virtually. Before we commence onto the formal agenda for the meeting, I would like to briefly introduce the members of the Board of Directors, the Secretary, and other key holders present. I'd like to start from my left. I will introduce Ms. Olubunmi Fayokun, Independent Non-Executive Director. Mr. Larry Etta, Non-Executive Director. To my left, Mr. Stanley Ubani, the Company Secretary, who is not a director, but he's sitting next to me. Mr. Paul Abiagam, the Acting Managing Director. Mr. Edaire Gogo Ogan, Non-Executive Director. Mr. Adamuata, Non-Executive Director. And Mr. Olukayode Akindele, Non-Executive Director. Two of our non-executive directors, Ms. Evelyn Oputu, who's a non-executive, and Mr. Yinka Tiamiyu, who's an independent non-executive, could not attend today and are attending virtually. I now introduce properly the Company Secretary, Mr. Stanley Ubani. We also have here with us at this meeting the following people: members of the Board Audit Committee during the financial year 2024, Mr. Olayinka Tiamiyu, who's chair of the committee, Ms. Evelyn Oputu, Mr. Edaire Gogo Ogan, Ms. Olubunmi Fayokun, and Mr. Olukayode Akindele. In no particular order, I recognize the presence of our regulators. From the Central Bank of Nigeria, we have Mr. Fatokun S. Olaniyi and Mr. Shehu Nuhu Idris. You're welcome. From the NDIC, National Deposit Insurance Corporation, we have Mr. Abubakar Sadiq and Ogogo Ikeake. Thank you, you're welcome. From the Corporate Affairs Commission, we have Barrister Mrs. Fumi Ajewole. You're welcome. We have Mrs. Onyinye Okere and Mr. Adewole Adeshipo, who represent the bank's external auditors, Mrs. KPMG Professional Services Limited. The bank's external consultant, Mrs. EY Ernst & Young, is represented by Mr. Abiodun Ogunoike and Mr. Josiah Akpan. You're all welcome. The bank's registrars, Coronation Registrars Limited, as you saw just a couple of minutes ago, represented by Chiamaka Obidike. Rules of participation. Voting on each proposed resolution will be conducted electronically using voting pads in addition to the proxy votes received. The representative of any shareholder wishing to speak should state his or her name before speaking. Shareholders shall be able to second each motion. The directors will be available after the meeting for further discussions if required. Availability of corporate documents. As required by the relevant sections of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, the following documents are available for inspection. 1, the Register of Shareholders. 2, Register of Directors' Shareholding. And 3, Directors' Record of Attendance at board meetings. This information is also available on pages 57, 59, and 77 to 80 of the annual reports. Voting process. To facilitate the voting process, the registrars will explain the voting procedure. Registrar, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, directors, esteemed shareholders. For physical meetings like this, shareholders can vote either by using the proxy forms ahead of the meeting or by using voting pads. We have captured the voting details for 13 shareholders received by proxy, holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, which represents 99.11% of the issued share capital. In addition to the proxies received, we will capture the votes of any shareholder physically present at this meeting who did not vote via proxy to arrive at the final voting result. Such a shareholder would be assigned a voting pad that we have configured to represent their shareholding in Coronation Merchants Bank. On your voting pads, button 1A is for a yes vote, button 2B is for a no vote, and button 3C is the abstain vote. Once the voting commences, please press the reference button in accordance with your decision. Note that each shareholder can change their votes during the voting period, but once the voting period has ended, the last button you pressed will be recorded as your vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now call on the Company Secretary to read the notice of the meeting on page 226 of the annual report.
Good morning. Notice is hereby given that the 10th Annual General Meeting of members of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited will hold on Tuesday, May 27, 2025 at the Coronation House, number 10, Amodu Jikutu Street, Victoria Island, Lagos at 11 a.m. to consider and if thought fit to pass the following resolutions. Number 1, to receive the audited financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2024, and the report of the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereon. To re-elect Mr. Idare Gogogan as a non-executive director. To re-elect Ms. Olubumi Fayoko as an independent non-executive director. To re-elect Mr. Adamu Atta as a non-executive director. To elect Mrs. Adetola Owolabi, who was appointed as an independent non-executive director by the Board of Directors since the last annual general meeting. To reappoint KPMG Professional Services as the auditors to the bank from the end of the annual general meeting until the end of the next year's annual general meeting. To authorize the Board of Directors to fix the enumeration of auditors. To disclose the enumeration of the bank managers. Now, as the special business, which will pass as ordinary resolutions as well, the following resolutions will be presented. That the director's fee for the financial year ending December 31st, 2025 be and hereby fixed at 38,730,000 naira for the chairman and 34,720,000 naira for each of the non-executive directors, and that the sitting allowance for directors be and hereby fixed at 620,000 naira per sitting for the chairman and 543,750 naira per sitting for the other non-executive directors. To consider the board performance appraisal report for the year ended December 31st, 2024. This is dated 5th day of May, 2025 by the order of the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Obani. Now come to the chairman's statement. I confirm that the chairman's statement published on pages 9 to 11 of the annual reports has been circulated. I seek your permission to take the statement as read. Do I have your permission? Thank you. Coming to the 2024 annual reports and accounts, we now move to the more formal business of this meeting. The first item on the agenda is to receive the audited financial statements, together with the reports of the directors, auditors, and audit committee for the period ended December 31st, 2024. I have the pleasure of presenting the audited financial statements, the reports of the directors' responsibilities, and the audit committee for the period ending December 31st, 2024. With your permission, I would like to take the report of the directors' responsibilities on page 83 of the annual reports as read. Do I have your permission? Thank you. Independent Auditor's Report. In line with the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, I now call upon the representatives of our auditors, KPMG Financial Services, to read the report of the auditors, which was circulated to members with the accounts for the financial year ended December 31st, 2024. The auditor's report is on pages 113 to 115 of the annual report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good morning, directors, shareholders, and other members present. The audit report is about 3 pages, about 4 pages long, Mr. Chairman. So with your kind permission, I'll just read the opinion and the basis for the opinion. Okay. Independent Auditors Report to the shareholders of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the financial statements of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited, the bank, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2024, the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the statement of changes in equity, the statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes comprising material accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the bank as at 31st December 2024 and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance with IFRS accounting standards as issued by the International Accounting Standards Board, IFRS accounting standards, and in the manner required by the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amendment Act 2023, the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020, and relevant Central Bank of Nigeria CBN guidelines and circulars. Basis for opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the bank in accordance with International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants, International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independence Standards, ISBA Code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the financial statements in Nigeria, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements and the ISBA Code. We believe that the audit of evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. We now come to the report of the Board Audit Committee. Please permit me to invite Mr. Olayinka Tiamiyu, the Chairman of the Board Audit Committee, who's participating virtually, to read the committee's report. Mr. Tiamiyu. Are you okay?
The members of the Audit Committee of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited hereby report the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2024 as follows. We have exercised our statutory functions under Section 4 of Section 7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act of Nigeria and acknowledge the cooperation of non-staff in the conduct of these responsibilities. We are of the opinion that the policies of the bank are in agreement with the legal requirements and agree with ethical practices and the scope of and planning of both the external and internal audit for the year ended 31st December 2024 was satisfactory and reinforced the bank's internal audit systems. As required by the position of the Speaker of the Circular PAP/1/2004, dated February 18, 2004, on disclosure of the insider related credits in financial statement deliberated on the findings of our auditors who have found that necessary cooperation was received from management in the course of their audit, and we are satisfied with management responses thereupon, and with the effectiveness of the bank system of accounting and internal control, signed by the chairman of the board. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tiamiyu. We now come to the ordinary business of the day. As required by the Companies and Allied Matters Act and the Articles of Association of our company, I lay before you, our esteemed shareholders, the annual reports and the accounts of the bank for the financial year ended December 31st, 2024. You now have an opportunity to ask questions about the accounts. It would help if you could refer to the annual reports and the accounts page to which the question relates. Any person asking a question or seeking clarification should please give his or her name and state the question or issue audibly. The floor is open. Okay. So there are no questions or comments on the accounts? Thank you. We now move to the other ordinary business of the day. To facilitate the smooth conduct of the other businesses of the day, I will move each motion and invite seconders from the floor. The seconders are kindly requested to state their names so the secretary can record them accordingly. Furthermore, members are kindly requested to follow the voting process. We now call the registrars to announce the voting process, which they've done already, and I'm sure everybody took on board. First item, by Article 56 of the Company's Articles of Association, Section 285, subsection 1, and Section 274, subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, 1/3 of all non-executive directors, rounded down, are required to stand for re-election every year, depending on their tenure on the board. While directors appointed by the board since the last annual general meeting will stand for election. In keeping with this requirement, Mr. Idere Gogogan, Ms. Olubumi Payokun, and Mr. Adamu Atta will retire this AGM, and being eligible, will submit themselves for re-election. It is hereby confirmed that following a formal evaluation, the directors continue to demonstrate commitment to their roles as non-executive directors and independent director, respectively. Also, Mrs. Adetola Owolabi, appointed as an independent non-executive director by the board after the last AGM, and whose appointment has received this approval of the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, is being presented for election. The brief profiles of the directors standing for election and re-election are set out on pages 66 to 69 of the annual reports. I will move the necessary resolutions for these, to the re-election and election of these directors. I hereby move that Mr. Idere Gogogan be re-elected as a non-executive director of the bank in accordance with Article 56 of the bank's Articles of Association. Could someone please rise and second the motion?
I second the motion.
Thank you. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results will now be displayed on the screen. Please wait while we display the voting results. "13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I declare that the motion has been duly carried, and we thank you for the election. I hereby move that Ms. Olubunmi Fayokun be re-elected as an independent non-executive director of the bank in accordance with Article 56 of the bank's Articles of Association. Could someone please rise and second the motion?
ETD Holdings Limited. I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results will be displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. I declare that the motion has been duly carried, and we thank you for the election. I hereby move that Mr. Adamu Atta be re-elected as a non-executive director of the bank in accordance with Article 56 of the bank's Articles of Association. Could someone please rise and second the motion?
Jibolo Dedino, representing Marinama's principal investments. I will certainly second that motion.
Thank you very much. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution.
Thank you very much. I declare the motion has been duly carried, and we thank you for your election. I hereby move that in accordance with Section 274, subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, Mrs. Adetola Owolabi, appointed after the last AGM, be elected as an independent non-executive director of the bank. Could someone please rise and second the motion? Thank you very much. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I declare the motion has been duly carried. Thank you very much for the election. Mrs. Owolabi, can you please join your colleagues? The next item of ordinary business is the reappointment of auditors. Section 401 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides that every company shall, at each annual general meeting, appoint an auditor or auditors to audit the company's financial statements and hold office from the conclusion of that meeting until the next annual general meeting. KMG Professional Services was reappointed as the bank's auditors by a resolution of shareholders passed at the 9th annual general meeting of the bank, held on June 20th, 2024. The auditors have indicated their willingness to act in the same capacity for the following year. I hereby move that KPMG Professional Services be and is hereby reappointed as the auditors to the company from the end of this annual general meeting until the end of next year's annual general meeting. Could someone please rise and second the motion?
Representing Coastal Properties again, I second the motion.
Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. Please wait while we display the voting results. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.1% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried. Thank you very much. We now come to the next item on the agenda, which is the remuneration of auditors. Section 408 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides that a company's auditor's remuneration shall be fixed by the company in a general meeting or in such manner as the company in a general meeting may determine. Accordingly, shareholders are required to authorize the directors to fix the auditor's remuneration for the financial year ending December 31st, 2025. Pursuant to the above provision of CAMA, I thereby move that the Board of Directors be authorized to fix the remuneration of the auditors for the financial year ending December 31st, 2025. Could someone please second the motion?
Aziz Lawal, representing Trust Bank Holdings Limited. Hereby second the motion, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I declare the resolution as duly carried. Next item on the agenda is the disclosure of the remuneration of the bank's managers. Sections 238 and 257 of CAMA 2020 require the bank to disclose the manager's remuneration to the members at the AGM as an ordinary item, item of ordinary business. For this disclosure, managers include employees on the grade of assistant general managers and above. In compliance with these provisions, the bank hereby discloses that its managers were paid a total of 586,271,221 naira and 4 kobo in the 2024 financial year, excluding other benefits, bonuses, and allowances. The entire package reflected the banking industry's competitive salary packages and the extent to which the bank's objectives have been met for the financial year. Will someone please rise and second the motion? Thank you. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 12 shareholders represented by proxy, holding 7,456,892,479 units of the bank's shares, representing 96.66% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution, while one shareholder represented by proxy, holding 188,679,245 units of the bank's shares, representing 2.45% of the bank's shareholding, abstained from the vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We declare the resolution as carried. We now come to the special business, which will be taken as ordinary resolutions as well. Number one on that is the director's remuneration. By Section 293 of CAMA 2020, the bank must seek the members' approval in a general meeting for annual fees payable to the non-executive directors. Shareholders will therefore be required to consider and approve the directors' emoluments proposed by the board of directors. In line with the above requirement, I hereby propose that the directors' fees for the financial year ending December 31st, 2025 shall be and are hereby fixed as follows. Director's fees, 38,730,000 naira only for the chairman, and 34,720,000 naira, 20,000 naira only for non-executive directors. Sitting allowances, 620,000 per meeting for the chairman, and other non-executive directors, 543 naira 750 kobo. 543 naira 750 per meeting. Could someone please second the motion?
I once again support the motion.
Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We declare the motion as duly carried. We now come to the next item, which is the presentation of the annual board evaluation report. By the combined effect of section 10.3 of the CBN Corporate Governance Guidelines for Banks and Principle 14 of the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance, the bank is required to appoint an independent consultant to conduct an annual board and directors appraisal covering the board structure and composition, responsibilities, processes, and relationships, as well as individual members' competencies and respective roles in the board's performance. The appraisal outcome is expected to be presented to shareholders at the annual general meeting. Pursuant to the above provisions, Mrs. Ernst & Young, EY, was appointed by the bank as the external consultant for the board performance appraisal for the financial year ended 31st December 2024, and the firm has concluded its assignment. I now call on the firm's representative to present the report found on page 17 of the annual reports.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, board members, esteemed shareholders. The reports of external consultants on board performance evaluation of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited can be found on page 17. With your permission, sir, I would like to read an abridged version. Thank you, sir. We have performed the evaluation of the board of Coronation Merchant Bank Limited in the year ended 2024 in accordance with CBN Corporate Governance Guidelines 2023 and the FRC Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance 2018. The FRC NCCG 2018 Section 14 states that annual board evaluation assesses how each director, the committees of the board, and the board are committed to their roles, work together, and continue to contribute effectively to the achievement of the bank's objectives. Subsection 15.2 of the FRC NCCG states that the summary of the reports of this evaluation should be included in the bank's annual report and on the investors portal. The CBN CGG 2023 Section 10 states that there shall be an annual appraisal of the board, its committees, chairman, and individual directors, covering all aspects of the board structure, composition, responsibilities, processes, and relationships as may be prescribed by the CBN from time to time. Based on our work, and as noted below, the Board of Coronation Bank has complied with the requirements of Section 10.1 and 10.3 of the CBN CCG 2023 and Sections 14.1 and 15.1 of FRC NCCG 2018 during the year ended 31st December 2024. Signed by myself, Abiodun Gunoiki, Partner and Head, Financial Services Risk Management, Ernst & Young, West Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gunoiki. Could someone, I hereby move that the board evaluation report for the year ended December 31st, 2024 be approved and adopted. Can someone please rise and second the motion?
Abiola Johnson, representing DTD Holdings Limited. I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting results is displayed on the screen. 13 shareholders represented by proxy and holding 7,645,571,724 units of Coronation Merchants Bank shares, representing 99.11% of the bank's shareholding, voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I declare the resolution duly carried. We now come to closing remarks. Before we close, I would just like to invite shareholders, stakeholders who wish to make any comments about the bank's performance. I know there are no questions on the accounts, but maybe there are other general comments that people would like to make. This is your opportunity to do so.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, Jibala Odedino, Marina Mars Principal Investments Limited, and shareholders and those in this hall. I think for me, essentially, is to note that this is a very, very significant year, our 10th annual general meeting. And it's not lost on us that as we journeyed thus far, there were challenges. We saw it. We're there with you when you blazed the trail the first 6 years nonstop, and then, headwinds came in the last 2-3 years. Notwithstanding, I think, I'm speaking for Marina Mars Principal Investments Limited, we are very confident. Having looked at the reports, I haven't had the opportunity to speak with you outside of this formal meeting. We are indeed very, very confident that the headwinds would be surpassed. We are confident that the journey we witnessed a year ago, as we started to introduce new management, the new strategies, and those initiatives which we know would put us where we need to be. We recognize the capitalization exercise that have been successful. And just be rest assured that we're here with you all the way. The next 10 years, certainly we're here. I can sign up for that and beyond. So, Mr. Chairman, management, and shareholders, I think, we should acknowledge that notwithstanding the headwinds, this 10th year is symbolic. We did rest the tape, and we're sure that we'll finish the race. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odedino. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Odedino. Your comments are taken to heart and very well noted. Thank you. Any other comments from shareholders, members, stakeholders? Okay. If there are no comments, this then concludes the business of this meeting. I thank you all for attending, and I now declare this meeting closed. Provision has been made for light refreshments, and I urge us all to participate. Thank you very much. And now we come to the national anthem to close our proceedings.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace all battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.